I'm sure it's not. Yeah. I'm being funny. And Petamago, the Lord Klopp. Another edition. This week we're talking about some fun stuff. I'm talking about previous data about the giant, state, the oxygen. I think there's a little more to that. Now let's talk about uh, well, there's a lot of stuff about that. If you read Genesis chapter 1 about the creation and about chapter 6 about Noah's Ark, the tides and all that, you may wonder. I told you, it's the oxygen. It's getting a little lot. Everybody's shrinking, including the animals shrinking. I believe one of the dinosaurs was the one that was the serpent. I mean, one of the dinosaurs was cursed into a serpent. They said it's a snake, but snakes don't eat dirt. It does eat dirt. So that's earthworm. That that earthworm. Cooked into earthworm. Get snake, you can't kill the snake with your feet. Earthworm, you can. Watch. I've seen that. So that's why I believe it turned into earthworm, because earthworm doesn't have any eyes, only has a mouth. Eat dirt. It comes out on the other end. Go down and comes out. That's earthworm. It became the world of digging to make drainage, to bring water out, or to flood up the water. Because back then, when God cursed the serpent, the earthworm, I believe it was the dinosaur because Adam and Eve were big, maybe 13 feet tall. She's a little shorter, yeah, maybe 10 feet. Who knows? So the serpent, that dinosaur, I believe it was dinosaur, not a snake. There were snakes, yeah, but I think the dinosaur. I'll tell you why. I would mention that before. You know, those big dinosaurs, sauropods, the walking dinosaurs. I mean, walking snake. Yep. But they were eating leaves, trees. They were vegetarian. Now they're eating dirt. So that's one of those dinosaurs. Job. I've already taught you guys. Job. The book of Job. He saw it, wrote it down. He knew about dinosaurs. Proven evidence of dinosaurs existed with mankind. That's the only big one. Right there. The Levian were also sea dinosaurs. Like Plesiosaurus. Plesiosaurus, everybody today thinks of Long-neck master. It's possible it was real one. People that they've seen it every once in a while. Possible. It seemed to live well in cold lake. Last night. It's in Scotland, way up north. If you look at the map, United Kingdom, it's way up north. It's equivalent just north of Ottawa. That's way up north. Way up north. But the temperature is different than in Canada. Freezing in Canada. Not over there. Cold, but not freezing. Because the ocean is surrounded. I'll talk about Dodgerland another time. Geography. We'll teach you all about that. Okay. Lake Champlain. That's just equal to, you know what? Italy, Geneva, Switzerland. If you look at the map, okay, but a different temperature of that. Very cold up because of the Alp mountain in Switzerland. Champlain could be hot in the summer. And Champ was seen there taking pictures by this woman named Matty, who was picnic with her husband and two children, two I think. And the dinosaur that we saw, definitely we saw a dinosaur that's in Costa Rica. In the area with tall grass, really tall grass, walked through there. Not the fort, it was tall grass. You make that with tall grass, that's what they eat. The dinosaur eat that. Walk right by like this bee. Too late for me to take a picture. Edward Law. From one end of the row beyond the end of the row for his hat. The tail, the other side of the row. They're not. So that's big. And the two-lane highway in Costa Rica. And so I remember the height. I thought it was like maybe 5 feet tall. Because I remember it looked like half of the height to the length. It's got to be about 12 feet. That's tall. It's probably longer than the next trailer. I'm living in 24 foot, include the tongue. The height probably higher than that. Yet the trailer up high up. It's about a foot and a half above the ground. I can touch the ceiling. It's only about 6'5". So that's about 7.5 feet high. So that dinosaur is taller. I'm not fitting here. No alligator yet. Maybe 4 alligators can fit tall. But probably just 4 alligators could fit in there. Small one. Get inside 20 feet. So can you picture that? Okay. You may wonder where all these dinosaurs. Unfortunately, many of them did not survive. Because in the Bible, because of the flood. That's one reason. Many of them, at least 75 different, according to Cunningham, according to their research. But I think the numbers may be different. I mean, I agree. We have the right to disagree. The number of dinosaurs would spare, go and die. And there were babies died, or sheep died. Because there's no room, they have to be small. They brought the young one, and I'm sure God impaired all of the animal growth for a year because they were in the ark. stay small for a year. But I'm sure the storm, the arc shake. Anyway, I'm trying to be funny. After they came out, they grew back down. And they gave birth to new one. They grew back. But only the parent, although were small. It proved the evidence of that dinosaur we saw still alive in 1997. They only talk about Mukumi in Africa. Nobody saw it in Costa Rica. We did. Finally did. That's big. It's not crocodile alligator, please. The body's about that thick. Okay? I mean, from the stomach to the back. That thick. If you've seen Steve Irwin, yeah. Crocodile Hunter. Not only that, it's alligator. It's other dinosaurs so well. Oh yeah. Chicken. Ba 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 ba. That's dinosaur. Ostrich. Oh yeah. That's the biggest bird so well. Ostrich. Yep. The great blue heron. Some guy saw how it behaves. It acts like Predax bird. I call that the bat bird. That that could be related. Blue heron is big. I saw an egret very close. Uh, let's say between my phone at to the back wall. That's how close I was. It was at my father. My father said, "Hey, look, the egret was right up by the screen door of our neighbor next door." Oh yeah, I filmed it on my old phone. I didn't get to save that. I lost them. Yeah. But that egret was tall, about as tall as my shoulder. That's huge bar. Wow. He was singing for a while, maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Then he walked to the front. The lake was the back of my father's. Every lake in every development in Florida, I'm telling you, you'll find them. The alligators. That's why it's screened for the backyard, so they don't get you. Nope. I don't want to go live in Florida. It's too cold. I'm not south enough. Okay. The snakes you still around today. The reptiles. But I believe they were part of the dinosaur chain. No, like, it's different. Boa stretcher. Maybe vibert. They're big. They can eat people, of course. How they do that is crutch. And then eat it up. One lady did. She was gardening in a country called Indonesia. She just talked with somebody, and then all of a sudden she disappeared. Then people were looking for her, and also gardening tools and stuff. And the police think, oh, so they went look for the snake, found the snake, killed the snake, opened up. I'm sorry for the graphic language, but I'm telling you, they're big. There's a big one in Florida as well. Get some stupid people dump them. Not supposed to. They're right now trying to, they're paying money to hunters to get the old snake. And crocodiles are fighting alligator too. Are fighting with those. Be the fight on YouTube. They've been doing that ever since the beginning. That's why some dinosaurs disappear, because the environment changed. It was extremely dry, no rain before the flood. After it did, the dinosaurs are cold-blooded, costing them. It was too cold for them. Died of hypothermia. Second of all, other dinosaurs fighting for their meal. It said in Genesis, after the flood, God ordered them to be able to eat meat. That means they have to fight for survival. Not too many dinosaurs compared to many ants. The smaller the animal, the more animals they are. Though, why many of them could not survive? With lack of oxygen, not too many reproduced after the flood. And mankind, you see, remember Steve Irwin was killed by a stingray? I was shocked that day. Jackie Cousteau's grandson filmed it. And then a lot of people got very angry at stingrays down in Australia. So a lot of people went out the ocean and killed many stingrays they can. They killed 25 stingrays. They want to wipe them out. And I said to myself that day, so that's how a lot of animals disappear. If one of those animals killed their beloved one, they go out and wipe them out. Now we know how they all get wiped out. It was us, not Meter. Nope. Sure, the flood did. But after the flood, it's us. You see, the Native Americans admitted that they killed off woolly mammoths in Madagascar. Why? For the tusk and for the wool in the skin. They would have a lot of them. They're usually in herd. Push them over the cliff, like whoa, and they fall to their death. And then that's how they can get the food and the coat, furs, and things like that. This photograph they have shown those tucks and things like that. But then they turned to buffalo because all the mastodon and mammoths disappear. That's what they did. Almost wiped out buffalo. And the U.S. government said, stop. Both the white man, I mean, non-Native American, and the Native American can't kill the buffalo anymore. They only had like 500 left. Now we have thousands of buffalo. A lot of buffaloes out there. So now they can do ranching buffalo for human consumption. So there you have it, a lot of them disappear. Marco Polo, as I mentioned it many times, He was on his travel. Saw fellow Rapture. He wrote about it. I read it. I read the book. Oh wow! The fellow Rapture on a farm. A farmer was doing that, just like they do that today with chicken. That was the chicken. Then they can we they sure they killed and cook it. And Marco Polo and father and uncle fire. Oh wow, it tastes like chicken. It was good. That was one of the last ones. Should have breed first. Don't capture and kill them all. No. You need to breed to do that. Bill Gates, do not do that to the cattle. You need to be stopped. If you do that to all the cattle, we will be starving. You're not to eat meat at all, Bill Gates, because you were wrong. We need the cattle. Oh, it's pollution and all that. Look, we're here 6,000 years. Did it cost all that? Nope. Nothing there the Bible did about that had to do with the methane from cows. Absolutely not. It's been like that for a long time. All chemical elements work together and it helps. Like oxygen and carbon dioxide. If you were to cut off all those trees, we're going to suffer. No oxygen. And you cut all the tree off. That's my point. Leave the cattle alone, Bill Gates. There you have it, all those many dinosaurs and some animals disappear. White rhino disappeared this year. Tasmanian tiger disappeared in 1934. Woolly mammoth that right after the ice age, which happened to be right after the flood. Spread around, but a lot died off. That's about 4,500 years ago. Gone. Unicorn, which is the one-horned rhino from Russia, discovered that unicorn. Not the same you thought it was with the horse. No. Rhino shape with one horn. True. Gone. The Carolina parrot from here. Gone. Passenger picking. Gone. A lot of pickings are gone. I've noticed that the last 50 years. There used to be a lot of those pitching. Now I don't see that much. I see more seagulls taking over in the city area, populated area. Seagulls. Yep. Whatever happened to all the pigeons? They were killing them all off. We did. Well, we need to repopulate that. I'm not animal activity. I'm not environmentalist. I'm for what God said in the Bible when God created Adam to keep earth, which means the garden, debris. That was our job. We're supposed to do that. And we would have plenty of animals we can eat. We would have seen those dinosaurs today if we do right. Unfortunately, we got alligators and crocodiles. We have those. Iguana, pet iguana, Komodo dragon. They're big. It can be big as that. The dinosaur that we saw in Costa Rica, it can't be iguana because it's way, way too big. I've researched. It's not that big, according to research. But the one we saw, big, big dinosaur. Went right through the grass area. Can't tell you where exactly. You're gonna go find and wipe him up. No, leave him alone. Let him reproduce. So, there you have it. Those animals. Look it up. Worldwide Federation, I think. It's animal orientation. They track from plenty to endanger. If you're gonna see them endangered, you better look at them now. Take picture forever. Hold your peace that they're gone. I never saw white rhino or the Carolina picket apart. I'm glad I saw common patient. Because right now it's not that many. Because they shake them out steady and all that really decline. Deagle on the way up. I love Deagle. And you see my pink flamingo shirt. Love those. Flamingo. Love those grass. Blue heron. The birds of Florida. Oh man. Woo. Pelican. Go to Tampa area. You'll see it. They have the bird zoo and stuff down in Florida. Well, you all have a good day. God bless. It's time for me to turn it off. Yeah.